We are blessed to have such a beautiful person, and now we got a lawyer in the family, so we're very happy about that. A couple of words of advice. I am sure that you've all heard these, but they really do have a lot of meaning. Never stop dating. Keep those little stick-em notes on the mirror, the flowers and the cards. Never go to sleep angry. Always cherish the moments that you have. And one of the most important ones to me is always hold hands. It means a lot. It really does. Scooter, should you get a little bit nervous tonight, I brought a couple of friends with me. You see, Chad had a lot of friends in bed with him when he was a kid. He had at least a dozen of them. So I brought 2 of them this evening. You two have a great relationship, and I wish you every good thing in the world. And hopefully some grandchildren for us. Thank you.
We appreciate having y'all here tonight. This great occasion. And my wife Diane and our extended family, we're just looking so forward to joining Chelsea's family. And it's going to be really exciting. Almost 7 years ago you came into our life, and it's been a truly blessing. And we appreciate that. Couldn't understand why y'all dated so long, never had spiffs and everything. And then I finally figured it out. Y'all both love your family so much, and it boils over, and I appreciate that. And we're glad to have you. And on the serious side, I'm going to give you words of advice. Now, that's scary. I know my family's sitting there going, oh, God, Dad, what advice are you going to give? But, Chad, will you take Chelsea's hand and place your hand on top of hers? Now, I want you to remember this moment and cherish it. Look deep into her eyes, because that would be the last time you'll ever have the upper hand. And there's one thing y'all need to realize. Chad loves to blow things up. So Chelsea's going to get little ones that come along when they go to the backyard and take a AA battery. Hey, Dad, come here. I want to show you what I've done today. I said, okay. He said, I found this copper pipe out in the shop. I said, yeah, I had to replace a water pipe in the house. You're not going to believe what this does. I knew we were in trouble, and I said, okay. So he had a stand mounted, and we live on a lake in Fayetteville. And all of a sudden, he put a AA battery. I said, what are you going to do with that? He said, I'm going to shoot it across the lake. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, let's humor him a little bit. Well, he used those starters for the rockets that we love. We spent hours shooting rockets up in the air. Well, one didn't do. We had 4 or 5 there. Okay, what's that going to do, Chad? Oh, I was just going to shoot it out in the lake. The hospital is about a mile from the house, and when that thing went off, I looked at him and said, boy, grab that and get in the house, because I thought it went to the hospital. So needless to say, it's been a big adventure, and appreciate y'all being here tonight, and enjoy joining your family as well, and y'all have a good night.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, and I'm not prepared. Sorry. But we start talking about Chelsea. Chelsea's our little poot head, and there's a story that goes with that, and she just had these little poots on her head as baby, and we just kept calling her Poot Head. So she was our little poot head. And so we called her Poot Head forever, and we finally had to stop. She got a little offended by it. But
Ninth grade.
yeah, about ninth grade. But anyway, Chelsea's our oldest, and she's our baby. But we still love her. But I remember when Chelsea came home Labor Day weekend from college, talking about Chad. We were freshman year, and she had a lot of great things to say. I mean, just then, and it just grew and grew, and we grew to love Chad. He's a great guy, and this is an emotional weekend, and we're going to hold it together, and because we're excited to welcome you into our family and what you share. And when your dad and I got married, you know, we had napkins at our wedding. Today I'm marrying my best friend, and it's still true today. Your dad's just don't do plumbing. But like this past week, yeah. But it's important to keep that you know, your dad's still my best friend, and to keep that between you, that keeps things going. And I know you guys have that, and I know that y'all are going to keep this together. So love you, love both of you, and love all you guys. I'm sorry.
I remember, you know, we're all, many of us are parents here, and we have kids, and you remember when they're young and they take those first few steps. We were in our first little starter home together, and you know, Chelsea's our oldest, so there's all things Chelsea every day, it seemed. And well, of course, Lee was 14 months behind. That's a whole different night we'll talk about. But I remember when Chelsea really started walking, Cheryl and I kind of got on either side of the living room, and she kind of walked between us about 15 paces, and she turned around and walked back about 15 paces. And about the third time she did that, she got about halfway between us and looked around and took off a different direction. And that's just the kid she is. She is a kid who knows what she wants. She is very determined. And then years go by, and you know, I'm a father of two beautiful daughters, so I saw a few guys come and go over the years, and they don't really get my attention, not really. And then Chad kept showing up. And the first time he really got my attention, Cheryl said something about Labor Day. It was years later for me. We were at, I was like, what's his name, Chelsea? It's Chad, Dad. So we're down at Sanibel Island, and Chad joined us for a few days. And it's really during that time that I got to know Chad. And I was thinking, he might stick around. This might be a good thing. Then years go by, and Valentine's Day a year ago, my phone rings, and Chad's always called me Ben. That's my name. It's not Mr. McDade, but my phone rings. My phone rings, and it's Chad. I was like, hey, Chad. Hey, Mr. McDade. I'm like, oh. One or two things. Either, once again, Chelsea's treating her Corolla like a bumper car at the county fair, which is very possible, or Chad's got something on his mind. He mumbles around for a few minutes. He says, Mr. McDade, you know I love Chelsea. I was like, well, you must. You've been together 7 years and you haven't killed her. And that's a good start. He says, well, I love Chelsea and I want to marry her. I said, well, young man, that gives us something to talk about, doesn't it? I said, now, Chad, you know Cheryl. You've met Cheryl. And you met Cheryl's mom, Sharon. Haven't you? He says, yes. I said, okay, you get Chelsea and Cheryl and Sharon next to each other. You're seeing the whole shooting match. That's what it is. Because they are the same people, generations apart. And Chad, tomorrow you're about to join a very, very special lineage. because you're about to join with a woman who knows what she wants. And lucky for you, she wants you. Now, I'm telling you both, these last few years, you've been in love, and I've seen it. But in life, you guys have been just treading water. And beginning tomorrow, you're going to be diving deep. And young man, you need to hang on tight. Because when you marry a Williams and then a McDade, it is a whole different ball game. I wish the best for both of y'all. I think it is a good thing. And I am very pleased for both of you. And Chelsea, I love you. You and Kara both are, you and Kara and Lee and Cheryl are the best gifts I've ever been given. And Chad, I take that pretty seriously. And I am here to welcome you into this family, and it is going to be a good ride for both of you. Thank you.
I would first just like to say, before we get into the heart of the matter, I'd first like to say thank you to Mr. and Miss McDade. You guys have truly been such a blessing in our lives, and you've made us feel like family all these years, and just thank you so much for that. We couldn't be more thankful for you guys. Well, and now for what we're here for. Chelsea. I've had the pleasure of knowing Chelsea for the past 13 years. We've been growing up together. And first met Chelsea on the soccer field after the McDades had just moved from Macon. Chelsea was a new girl on the team, but it didn't take us too long to find out how fun, energetic, and full of life she is. And quickly, Chelsea, Missy, and I quickly became the inseparable trio that we are today. We are spending every weekend, every holiday break, and usually that included McDade family vacations, and pretty much just every chance we could together. And it's just been so much fun since. You know, in life, friendships come and go, but you meet that one friend who you know is just more than just a casual friend. And for me, this was Chelsea. Chelsea, you're so committed and to the ones you love, and it just carries on to everything you do in life. Chelsea, you've been such a loyal friend to me. You've been there through all my highs and all my lows, and it's just, I'm so grateful for your friendship. Who would have known 13 years ago today we'd be standing here today before your wedding day? It's been the three of us through it all, through thick and thin, and I'm just so happy to be here. Well, I guess it has been the three of us this whole time, but slowly our trio has started to expand, and Chad, what an awesome addition to our friendship you are. When Chelsea and Chad first started to get together, I could tell things were starting to get a little bit serious because, you know, Missy and I are pretty much honorable McDades, and we've been on every single family vacation there probably could have been. Well, soon enough, our family vacation started dwindling, and this Chad character started popping up in these family pictures. So I figured, well, I guess we should get to know this guy. And so we did, and it is so obvious why Chelsea loves him. Chad, you're the perfect complement to our best friend, and you make her happier than we've ever seen her. And so for that, we are so thankful. I'm so excited to welcome you into our crazy, weird family, and I know Trey and I are so excited for a lifetime of memories and family vacations with you guys. So I'm just so happy to welcome you into our family. And Chelsea, I love you. But now on to my other better half.
Woo. So everybody already knows me. I mean, come on, right? This thing's weird, by the way. I don't know if I should but yeah. So I know, right? Do you want to just anyways? So Chelsea and Megan and I always joke about how Megan's the glue to our relationship. Megan's the one that holds us all together. But I really give the fact that we're here together to Chelsea. She's the one that got us together in the first place. When she first got to our soccer team, Megan and I weren't even really friends. Chelsea was the one that was like, hey, she's really not that bad. Come on. I'm a little spastic, but come on. So I can thank Chelsea for so many years of probably the best memories of my life. And I really want to thank you for that, Chelsea. That's something I'll never forget. It means the world to me. I've always looked up to you, Chelsea, for just being a hard-headed and strong-minded and loving and faithful and outspoken woman. You know what you want. Like your dad said, you know what you want, and there's nothing else in your path. It's just what you want and where you're going in life. And the three of us have been through life's highs and lows, and seeing that and being there for that is the best thing ever. And I'm so happy to add another one of those days tonight and tomorrow. I can't wait to stand next to you tomorrow and be there with you on your big day. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. You've always been a friend to me that I can go to get an honest opinion, a shoulder to cry on, and for someone to get me fired up when I need to. And for that, you're just an amazing friend. So I thank you again for that. And the first day, I remember the first time I met Chad, I was like, man, this guy, he's perfect. He's perfect for you. He's, for anyone that knows Chelsea, for everyone here that knows Chelsea, Chelsea can be a little bit of a spastic sometimes. I really love you and I mean it, but Chad is just so opposite and so laid back and calm, cool and collected on everything he does. It balances you guys out to such a beautiful couple, and it's so amazing. Anyone that can handle Chelsea's medical disasters without a blink of an eye, to me, you're the perfect man for her for that. I mean, it really takes a special man to be able to deal with that. But on a serious note, Chad, though, you're so loving and patient and supportive of Chelsea, and that is like the best attributes of a husband. And from what I hear, you're a pretty good cook too, so that balances out too. But needless to say, you two are perfect for each other. And I actually had a toast, but I don't have a glass, so we'll just air toast to Chelsea and Chad. I'm so excited to include you in our trio of weirdness, and welcome. Cheers. Cheers.
All right.
It's not a microphone.
Oh, it's not a microphone. Just kidding. I'm Karen, Chelsea's sister, if any of you don't already know.
If you can't tell.
You can't tell, kind of obvious a little bit. But I really don't know where to start, because honestly, I will say today, I walked into the bathroom and they were practicing their speeches. And I was like, speeches? Good to know. So, let this one ride, Chelsea. Let this one ride, right? But where should I begin? Probably begin with, on a more serious note, you are by far the most driven, as Mom and Dad said, loyal sister I've ever had. Well,
The only one
the only sister I've ever had. But given with that, I've never seen someone with as much drive as you, Chelsea. You know what? Just take it. I've never seen someone with as much drive as you have, and I can only hope to be not even at least half the person you are today with your success. And I don't really know where to begin with the most deserving that I have of you, even when I least deserve it, because I can be the biggest brat to my sister. Promise you that. And she's still there for me every step of the way. Every single step, guys. Don't cry. But on a better note, let's talk about you and Chad. The first day I met Chad, my friend and I ran away because we thought Chad was really cute. We ran up to my bedroom and were whispering about him. And Chelsea was embarrassed. But as I got to know Chad, I was like, wow, Chelsea did not really date before Chad. So this was a rare thing for all of us in the family. We were like, who's this guy she's bringing around? And Chelsea loved college at first. She was dating around, loving it, but she really stuck. No, not like that. Just dating and then there was Chad. No. Oh my God, I'm killing this.
No, you're good.
And then she started dating Chad. Okay. And he started coming on, like I said, family vacations kind of started replacing my two other sisters. And the more I got to know Chad, I could not find a mean bone in Chad's body, and I mean that with the bottom of my heart. I could not find anyone more perfect for my sister because, yes, she is very demanding, very driven, most driven person, and they really level each other out. They do. And I cannot really hope anything except for the best for you guys. And I really do see a great future for you guys. And I'm so proud to call you my big sister. I've never been more proud to call anyone my big sister. And I love you, Chelsea.
First, I got a few notes I got to pass out. Don't forget to validate your parking. I was told this, and if everyone would sign the champagne bottles and there's a Sweetwater 420 sign, write a little note, that'd be great. For you guys that don't know me, I'm Chad's older brother. She's holding it right there. And I'm older than Chad by 11 months. Now, you think 11 months is, we would be similar. You couldn't be more wrong. Me and Chad are polar opposites. I was more the sports guy, and like my dad said, Chad can fix anything. Now, this came with a lot of trial and error. So I remember being at home, Chad would get electrocuted. That's not a joke. Chad probably got electrocuted 10 times before the age of 10. And, but till this day, now, whenever I can rely on him, he'll come fix anything I want, except for a car battery. At Mercer, I had to change the car battery in my Jeep, and Chad's like, I got this. I was like, all right, Chad. Oh, it was your fault. And car's sitting out there. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and everything's, Chad's done this a million times. Nothing could go wrong. Sparks started flying. Car caught on fire. It looked like something from Back to the Future. It was awful. And till this day, my Jeep's still messed up, so thanks, Chad. Seriously. It's bad. But in all seriousness, me and Chad may not be the closest people, but I love him like a little brother, and I'd do anything in the world for him. And I'm so happy he found a girl that, you know, you could tell they love each other, but the one thing I think your mom hit the best is you guys are friends. And that's the thing that can last the longest. If you're friends, that lasts a lot longer. And welcome to the family. And if you could tolerate my family, then hats off to you, because it's if you haven't seen it tonight, we're pretty rough. So congratulations to you both, and I wish you guys the best.
This doesn't even look like a microphone.
It's not.
Oh, what is it?
It's for the video.
Good talk. So, I thought it was a microphone. Okay. The first time I met Chelsea, I went, wow, she is beautiful. And then we started talking about politics the first time that we met. And I went, there is no way. But looking past that, she is a really, really great person. I mean, y'all did a great job with her. I mean, she has the morals. She has everything that you could ask for. And Chad's very, very lucky to have her. And I appreciate you hanging in there with Chad and our family. Because our family, whoo. The second thing is, I've known Chad forever, obviously. I'm Chad's cousin, Blake Henderson. And I'm an only child. So really, there's we don't want to turn this into like a Dr. Phil show, but there's, like having siblings and not having siblings, there's a huge difference. But I was lucky enough to have Drew, Chad, and Ashley, and they were around pretty much all the time. So I had someone to, hang out with, go to events with, and go on vacations with. But Chad, over all of our experiences, Chad, we did this thing. Home Alone is a movie, right? Everybody, and Dad and I were talking about this earlier today, and Chad and I, we made my grandmother's basement into a complete, now that we're old enough, we can talk about this. It was a disaster. And if that was like one of our kids, we'd be like, look. But our parents were really, really, really cool with it. And we made it so literally every single door that you go in this whole basement, it would create a booby trap. And like ceiling fans would go, stuff would like wrap around your leg. You would probably do everything except fall. And looking back, we could have hurt somebody really bad. And we're lucky we didn't do that. But Chad, you two are great together, and I couldn't place you with anybody better. And I wish you all the best of luck.
Give it to Tyler.
That was so sweet. That was so good.
Hey Chad. Chelsea? This is Michael. You are now officially a member of the family. It's a secret message. What's